Today, we're going to talk about a study that talks about the 3 things to teach nonverbal children to talk. And it doesn't really need to be nonverbal children exclusively. I'll talk about more as we go up the levels. And the 3 things are interactive. Does the parent's language match the child's focus? I'm reading off because it's someone else's work. I'm just presenting it to you. If you want to see the reference, you can go down below. Okay. Second is linguistic. What object labels does the parent use, right? 3, conceptual. Is the meaning of the words clear? So all these sound a little woo-woo and very professional. So let's break it down. Okay. The first thing is interactive. Does your child care, basically? And basically what the studies maybe is saying is like, does your language match with the child's focus? Are you talking about something that your child is like really looking at? So in that case, the first thing we should think about is joint attention or joint engagement, or like having a routine or something, an activity that bonds both of your child and you together. A lot of times the reason why when parents they keep on repeating a word and they get nothing out of the child is because there's no joint attention, there's no joint engagement, there's no routine that puts them in the same place looking at the same thing. And most of the time when we're talking about nonverbal children, that needs to be something that your child likes. It might be a reward, right? It might be a toy that is very repetitive and it keeps on doing the same thing, and you guys can both anticipate what's going to come next. That creates a joint attention, and we have a lot of videos about that on our channel. So if you search for like routines or routine or whatever, you will see a bunch of videos about that. And better yet, you go to www.agentsofspeech.com/course. You'll get the free courses with the routine that we actually recommend you to do. Okay. Second of all, linguistic. When they talk about what object label does the parent use. So in terms of teaching nonverbal children, the very first thing that we usually teach are nouns, meaning the name of objects, right? Once you get their attention and you're looking at the same thing, and then you add a noun, and I will add a little bit, like you can also do verbs. I tend to lean on verbs a little bit more, but at the same time doing nouns are totally acceptable as well. So once you can get your child's interest and you both are looking at it, when you say the word, there's a much higher chance that your child will pair it together. Okay. And that's why they learn so many words from YouTube, because they get their attention. The video shows something that's funny, interactive, and engaging, and then they say the word. It's a high chance they're going to learn that thing. Okay. So the second linguistic is the thing that you say. All right. Conceptual is the third thing. Is the meaning of the words clear? So a lot of the time, what we need to do is to add a gesture with the word that we say. So if you look at the videos that we say, or in the free courses, the link in the description, by the way, the free courses, or in our videos, we talk about open, right? We talk about tap, tap, and we say mama, right? When we pair words with gestures, it actually helps the child to learn that word a lot easier. Because even if they didn't get the sounds coming out of our mouths, and I will tell you, this is how a child would feel. If you have a second language and someone says a word that's very hard to remember, but they pair it with a gesture, that's much clearer about what they want. A lot of times, these sounds, children haven't even started to learn how to comprehend. It's actually quite like difficult for them to pick up. So we make the meaning of our words clearer through the use of gestures. And I've said this many times on the channel, sign language, baby signing, whatever, gestures actually help people acquire language, no matter the age, and especially for speech delayed children. Okay, so those are the 3 things that will help nonverbal children talk. And this is the same thing as we go further down into like helping children to make sentences, right? It's the same thing. We get their attention, we create a routine, we tell the sentence structure, the linguistic elements of that matches the context. And number 3 is that can we add like written words, gestures, context, and play that makes the sentences, the phrases that you're saying come together. And a lot of times that comes as a form of feedback that we do a lot. And after you have these 3 things, you can apply it to children of any language level. All right. More of the time for nonverbal children, the first thing, the interactive part, is the most important part. If you don't get them to engage with you, you can't do anything. Okay, so that's it for this video. It's a shorter video just to let you know what the 3 things are, and I also want to share the references that I read this. And so that's it for now. And if you haven't, please go to www.agentsofspeech.com/course to grab the free courses that we use to sell. It's all free. There's stuff all about this, and you can learn it in a non-professional way that you can understand. All right. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.